Hi Libra, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Libra, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the moon card. Very apt considering we have that powerful full moon in the sign of Pisces right at the beginning of the week. So what are you going to do with it, right? The other thing is this moon card basically says this week you might be either looking at some of your decisions and asking yourself what was the plan here, or you might be looking at some of the plans that you've already set into motion and asking yourself, do I have enough information to enact this in some way, shape or form? This is really about you looking at things and really trying to get a clearer picture. It's like everything that you have at the moment is not 100% clear. It's not all 100% clarity, all right? So maybe take your time with everything that you're doing this week. And for your foundation card, you have the Hermit card. This is very interesting to me, right? Mainly because the moon card represents the Piscean energy, which is where we're having that powerful full moon. The sun is currently in Virgo, which your foundation card is the Hermit card, which is ruled by Virgo. So this week, there is a sense of balance, but there's also a sense of exile, right? I don't know why, but I get this feeling that in some way, shape or form, there's this sense of being away, out of something, you know, removed from something. I don't know, I just get this sense that you're maybe keeping your distance, maybe stepping back in some way, shape or form, maybe you're not, removing yourself from the world, but maybe really striking out on your own in some regard. Now, Mars has just recently moved into your sign, which is going to make you very determined, very forthright, very active in a lot of ways, which is great. But remember, it's also a malefic and an irritant. So you just want to be really sure that whatever you're doing this week, you're not cutting off your nose to spite your face. On that note, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and this resonates, hit that subscribe button. Now, that also being said, what I wanted to say to you was happy damn birthday to you. I truly hope that you have an amazing solar return. I hope this year ahead for you is so much lighter and brighter than all of the crap that we've all experienced up until now. And remember to fill the day of your birthday, the day of your solar return, with a little bit of everything that you want the whole year, the whole next 12 months ahead to be for you. Really imprint the energy on that day. And yeah, happy Libra season to everybody. For your actions and options this week, you've got the 10 of Swords. This is not an easy card, especially here, right? Because this is in your actions and options as well, this may highlight to you, this week, maybe you come into a realization of what you are well and truly done with, right? And because the moon card is here as well, and you've got Mars in your sign, I just want you to be aware that maybe some of the cuts that you're making or have made weren't made necessarily in moments of true compos mentis, right? Like in true moments of real clarity. There's a lot to be said with the 10 of Swords about, it literally being the end, right? This is the end of the shit. So maybe for you, this is you saying, no, I'm done with this. I'm done with this experience. I'm done with this connection. I'm done with blah, 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 right? The list goes on. In a lot of ways, I feel like you are getting very honest with yourself, but I gotta be honest with you, with this and the moon card there, I kind of feel like you might be setting yourself up for a fall, right? So I will give you a gentle warning this week that you really should consider some of the moves that you're making, right? Especially if they're big, drastic or rash moves or decisions. Outside of that, one way that this could show up as well, please be careful with your physical person at nighttime. On a really mundane level, this could speak to an accident that happens at night with your physical body. So please look after yourself. If you're going out, if you're going to be drinking, you know, all of that sort of stuff, like please look after your person. You're precious, right? There's only one of you, even if you're a twin. For your communications and conversations, you have the Three of Cups underneath the Moon card. This is actually really nice, right? So these two together, that could literally be a full moon party, which is great. If you have friends, loved ones that are just like me, wild, weird and wonderful, and you're getting together around that full moon, this could be wonderful. It could also show you that there is a lot of support for you. It could see you reconnecting. I mean, this is a powerful full moon in that regard as well. It could see you reconnecting with someone from your past. It could see you trying to bury a hatchet or reunite with someone or something from your past, which is really going to give you a clear understanding and insight. The reason I say this is because I kind of feel like this is going to be one of those moments where it looks really attractive in the moment, and then when it actually hits, you're like, or you wake up or you sober up, you're like, oh my God, what did I do? Just, yeah, that's what I will say on that front. For those of you that work for somebody else, this could be an opportunity that you had that comes back on the table. And I gotta be honest, because of that Ten of Swords, it's like I hear you saying, no fucking way. You didn't want me the first time round. I don't want to do it now. Maybe that won't be you, but I kind of get the feeling that there's almost this, no, well, you know, you didn't want my idea the first time round, or I wasn't the right person the first time round. And it's true, nobody wants to be second best, right? It may just be, though, that it wasn't a no at the time, it was just a not right now. Again, there's this whole feeling this week, Libra, that some of you might be about to cut off your nose to spite your face. Just really think through your thought process, all right? And when it comes to those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, in a lot of ways, this is going to see you bringing some of your old ideas back to the forefront and really seeking to do things that resonate with you or connect with people that resonate with you. This is akin to the moment, not that he was my favorite character in the film, but if you've ever seen the film with Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson, Unbreakable, there's a moment where the villain guy played by Samuel L. Jackson is he's in his store, right, and he sells these really high-priced vintage comic book strips and pieces. And you know, this guy comes in and he tells him this amazing story about like what you're actually looking at in the piece, and you're really captivated by it. And then the guy goes, yeah, I just want to buy it for my 3-year-old son. And he goes, no. And it's not because he said, I don't need your money. It's not about that. It's about the fact that whatever I'm selling you is not going to be appreciated. This feels like that. There's something this week for you business owners or people that work for themselves. It's like, I'm going to be selective with what I do because I know my shit is the shit, right? And I really, really like that, because there's a sense here of, you know what, I'm not selling just for sales. I'm selling because I've got a mission or a goal. Like there's a real sense of you bringing some personal integrity back to what you do, whatever that might mean to you. Not that you didn't have it before, but you know what I'm trying to say. For those of you that are retired or no longer working, have fun, right? Use this. And one thing that I will say, if you're retired, you're probably going to be in a really unique position to stand back and just watch everybody losing it, and you're like, okay, this lot have gone gaga, and it may be very funny to you, right? You might be able to just enjoy whatever social get-togethers and stuff are coming up from a bit of a place of cynicism, you know, or a little bit of dark humor, but you know, nonetheless, I actually think this could be quite good for you to see how much you're not in it, right? And that specifically is for those of you that are retired of a mature age, who kind of look at us spring chickens, right, who look at the rest of us and they're just like, youth. All right, so yeah, for your love and relations, you've got the 5 of Wands. It's underneath the Ten of Swords. For those of you partnered, married, or in relationships, it's really important that you keep the social circle and the relationship very separate this week. This is not a week to allow other people to meddle in your relationship. Asking for advice even this week, I would say, is a no. The chances are it won't be received well, or somebody's going to say something that really makes you think, do you know what I mean? Like, it could really, you know, that moment where you ask someone for their honest opinion and they give you their honest opinion and you're like, oh, okay. All right. For those of you that are single and looking, flings, fun, enjoyment, laughter, banter, someone that rubs you up the wrong way, the, you know, one night stand or the weekend fling, all of that stuff highly favored. Anything else, not this week. All right. For your money and materials, you have the Star card. This is your saving grace. When it comes to your finances and your money, look at this. There's an old idea or connection that's coming back into the fold that could be a big part of your future this week. Also, if you want it, there is overtime here. If you want it, there are new revenue streams here as well. Absolutely. Like, there's a diversification here for sure. There's definitely a chance for that. Now, for your physical health and vitality, your nervous system, you've got to look after your nervous system this week. It might take a bit of a beating. All right. When it comes to your, come on, brain. When it comes to your, that's your physical health. When it comes to your home and environment, sorry, I was going to complete mind blank there. Error. For your home and environment, it's the Star card. You may be reconnecting with family this week. Family might be coming to stay. You might be going to stay with them. The Star card does suggest that there's more travel involved, so it may not necessarily be that people are coming to you, but you're going to them. There's certainly a reconnection with the familial ties in some way, shape, or form, or the social circle that is like your family. All right. So all in all, I don't think it's going to be a bad week, but there are some things here that you really do need to get to grips with or to think about deeply. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.